Hello, my maths ninjas. Welcome back. And here we are completing and covering the chapter number 2, that is arithmetic expressions. So, all my seventh graders, gear up yourself to understand this whole chapter. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cover the entire chapter in micro lessons, micro videos that we're going to cover up. And so, if you haven't subscribed and click on the bell icon, do that. Do subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notification once the video is getting uploaded. So let's begin this. The chapter number 2 is arithmetic expressions. So let's understand first what are arithmetic expressions. So any statement, I would say, if we have expressed any statement into mathematical form, that is an arithmetic expression. Like for instance, if I say you like 11 plus 2, that is an arithmetic expression. All right. And then if we get the equality sign in that, it becomes a equation. It becomes an equation. So we have arithmetic expression. If the equality signs comes there, it becomes an equation. So what we going to cover in this chapter, that how we are going to solve the values of the arithmetic expressions. We are going to understand how we are going to solve the word problems as well. So let's begin here. The first topic is simple expressions only. So what are arithmetic expressions? I've already told you. So these are the certain examples that are given here. So we have the basic operations in mathematics. What are the basic operations in mathematics? It is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So any number can be connected using any of these connected operations, right? So equality sign, what I mentioned, this is your equal to sign. So this is equality sign is represented by equal to sign. Like let's understand the example number 1 here. This is Malika spends rupees 25 every day for the lunch at school. So every day Malika is spending rupees 25. Write the expressions for the total amount she spends on the lunch in a week from Monday to Friday. Okay, so every day she's spending 25 rupees, and from Monday to Friday, how many days are there? There are total 5 days. So the expression for one day she's spending 25 rupees. Okay, just understand like this. So there are total 5 number of days. So the expression would be 5 multiplied by 25. And how we are going to read it, like it, we can read it as 5 times 25. Okay, 5 times 25, or we can simply say 5 multiplied by 25, or we can write the product of 5 and 25. In maths, we call multiplication as product also. Okay, so different, we can have various expressions for doing it. Now for comparing the expressions, just think like that. Whenever we have two entities, two objects are there, two quantities are there, how, what kind of a comparison they can have? Either the both quantities are equal, or the first quantity is bigger than the second one, or we can have the second quantity is bigger than the smaller one. So we have got three comparing signs. One is your equality, then we have the less than, and then we have the greater than. So how we can compare is, we can simply find the value. Let's suppose if we have 10 plus 2. Now what is 10 plus 2? 10 plus 2 is 12. And what is 7 plus 1? 7 plus 1 is 8. So this 12 is greater than 8. So this is simply how we have to compare the two given expressions. Now we have the first, figure it out. Let's explore that together and see if we can get the answer together or not. We have to fill in the blanks to make the expression equal on both the sides of the equality sign. So we should know before proceeding here that whenever we have the equality sign, whenever we have an expression here, so we have something towards the left of the equality sign, something to the right of the expression. So we have the LHS and the RHS. So LHS stands for left hand side, and RHS, that is right hand side. Okay, so we have to make this LHS and RHS equal, and we don't have to keep guessing our answers. We have to do the smart work. What that would be, what simply you have to get the answer, that is 13 plus 4. So in your mind you can calculate that 13 plus 4 is 17. Now I want to make the RHS as also 17. One way is you can keep thinking, okay, what I should add to 6 to get it 17. Or smartly, simply what you can do is you can do 17 minus 6. That is, again, you will give the answer, that is 11. So the answer to the first question is 11, because I have to make the equation correct and the balanced one. Now let's work on this one. 22 plus dash. What number should be coming in this blank? And I have also given 6 plus 6 multiplied by 5. So first work on that portion which answer you already know. So this is 6 into 5 is 30. So now think like that what should be added to 22 to make it 30. Again, you can do it in your mind, or if you are getting confused, what you can simply do is you can do 30 minus 22, which is getting you the answer, that is 8. Okay, now C part. Again, LHS is missing part here. We have got 64 divided by 2. Now what is 64 divided by 2 is 32. And then you have to think about 8 multiplied by what number gets me 32. 8 times what is 32? Simple. So 8 fours are 32. So 4 is the missing number. The D part, 34 minus dash. What should be subtracted from 34 to get 25? So what number should be there? If I'm subtracting and I'm getting 25, that is your 9. So 34 minus 9 gets me 25. All right. Now let's go for question number 2. Arrange the following expression in ascending order. Now we have to be very, very careful. What is the meaning of ascending order? Ascending order means going from smaller to the bigger one. Okay, so the smallest number should come on number 1 position, then second, then fourth, third, like it keeps on going on like that. But that is only possible when we know the value of the expressions. So simply what we need to do in these all 5 parts, first of all, we are going to find the value of this particular expression. Okay, so 7 minus 19, first of all, this is going to be 48. Okay, 67 minus 20 is your 47, and then 35 plus 25, this is going to be your 60. Then 5 into 11 is 55, and then lastly we have got 120 divided by 3, that is 40. So what we did is actually we have calculated these values first, and then we simply need to arrange them in ascending order. So which is the smallest number here? It is 40. So this will come on number 1. Then we have 47, which is number 2. Then we have 48. So this is number 3. Sorry, this is number 3. Then we have 55, number 4. And then we have number 5, that is C, that is 60. So this is how we have to work on these numbers, these expressions, that how we can quickly and easily get those numbers, right? So this is it in the first video of this chapter. So stay tuned, stay connected for the next upcoming videos.